Recording in progress. Welcome to the Cleaning Business Life podcast, the show where real life meets cleaning business success. I'm Shannon Miller, your host and cleaning business coach with over a decade of hands-on industry experience. That's 15 years for 2025. And I'm also joined by my incredible co-host, Jamie Runco. Together, we bring you real life stories from cleaning business owners and guests who have been in the trenches just like you. You'll leave with small, actionable steps that you can implement today to boost your profits and simplify your cleaning business and your life. If you're ready to turn your hustle into a thriving, sustainable business, you are in the right place. Let's dive in.
The Structure, Scale, and Profit Cleaning Business Academy is the best investment that I made in my business. I truly feel that when it comes to being a business owner, anyone can start a business, but it's not easy to maintain that business. If you do not have structures in place, it will fall. Shannon Miller is a godsend. My business nearly ran itself, well, I nearly ran my business into the ground due to not knowing a lot of things, and thank God for Shannon because she was able to pull me out of the hole, and we are back on the road to recovery, and I couldn't be more excited. I'm so happy to be heading in the direction that we are. Thank you, Shannon.
All right. Welcome, everyone. I am here with Cristal and, of course, Miss Jamie, my co-host, and we were talking about this life-changing moment that Cristal has had in her life, and we were both excited to figure out what it was that she was doing to make everything. I mean, like I was just mentioning, Cristal and I have known each other for a while, a little bit less than I've known Jamie, and she went to another country, went to this retreat, and came back, and she was a changed woman. I have never seen anyone so well recently. It's so excited about whatever was going on. So I finally reached out. I'm like, hey, I want some of whatever it is you got. so here we are today. And she's going to tell us a little bit about what she's doing, and it does, believe it or not, impact the cleaning industry. So Krista, why don't you tell us a little bit about it and what it was like to go to another country and go to a retreat and have all these things happen? I'm very curious.
So that was probably my first time in a lifetime that I was able to do something like that. And it was probably the most rewarding, exhilarating experience of my life. I traveled by myself halfway around the world. Never have I ever done that before. I went to Italy when I was very, very young, but I went with my mom. So it was a lot different. I hung out in Hong Kong for like 15 hours at the airport. The airport there is like a mall. They have like a Louis Vuitton. They have like all sorts of stuff. And they have over 500 terminals. And I was so scared I was going to get lost.
Yeah, right. That's
Wow.
so cool.
So when I was like planning that whole trip, a lot of people said if I had to go somewhere by myself, Hong Kong would be the place to be because most of them are more fluent in like the English language if I needed like help or anything like that. So then I got to Bali, and the woman who set up the retreat, she is freaking amazing. She had us all have transportation ready. I met my mentor there who I got into this business with. I met our whole team. And we just went into this retreat, and we had this whole like cool, like, I don't want to call it like a bungalow, but like this cool like place to ourselves. Like it had a big room to the side that had the kitchen where we did like trainings for the day, and then we got to hang out by the pool. She scheduled us to have massages. I had a Balinese
She was the
massage.
perfect host.
Yeah, she was.
Yes.
Um,
How
so
did you come across this, and what gave you the ideal and inspiration to, I want to go to Bali. I'm doing it.
So, well, actually, I started doing the cleaning business come COVID because I was actually let go from my job. I worked in a sleep lab because of COVID and other reasons. And so I was like, I just need to get back into cleaning. That's what I love to do. So I'm just gonna do it. And then it took off. Because I was also a bartender. So I had one of my regulars was like, well, we need a cleaner. And then she loved me. And from there it goes. You
Yeah,
know how
yeah,
that
yeah,
goes.
yeah, yeah.
So I actually got into this because like I did a little dabbling in like lower ticket network marketing. And I had all these girls reaching out to me saying, hey, you would be awesome at this high ticket marketing thing. Like what you should do it, you should do it. And I think I probably had like 9 to 12 girls reach out to me and say like tell me I should do this, tell me I should do this. And I was very hesitant because it did cost some money to invest into it because you are doing high ticket sales. So but I was hesitant because I was like I want to do my cleaning thing, I'm not too sure, and I want to do my research. So I did my research, and what I found out was the the way that the business is structured is exactly what I was looking for in life. Because when I'm doing the cleaning thing, I've been trying to build my business for started in 2015. It did not take off. So I went back to the sleep lab. And then, like I said, come COVID, about 3 to 4 years now. And I am having the hardest time trying to grow it because I can't find employees. I can't find people who want to work. Or if I do take them on, I just don't understand how they don't understand how to clean. I guess you could say it like that.
Right, your training program, training, it does, it's a lot. Yeah.
Right. So
Mm.
it's a lot. And then I don't really have the clientele yet to give them like a full on schedule, but then they can't really pass like the cleaning, like training. So it's just becoming frustrating a little bit trying to do that. And honestly, in my kid graduates in 5 years, and my goal is to live in a van down by the river somewhere in the mountains where nobody
Yes.
can find me, and I can only set up my Starlink when I want to. And so I was like, I need something that's gonna sustain me while I'm on the road. When my
Right.
kid graduates, I need something that's gonna sustain me. And so I finally started looking more into the high ticket business that everyone kept reaching out to me about. But I didn't really go with any of those girls that reached out to me because I used to reach out to my friends and family in the low ticket space, and I didn't really feel good about that. I felt yucky. I didn't want to like bombard them with my products. I wanted people to come to me like, "Hey, I see you enjoying life. What are you
Right,
doing? Like,
right.
what's up? Like, I want some of that. Give me some." So
Well, it
I
worked. I was
right.
like, what is going
You
on?
know?
Right. So, I actually reached out to a woman, and her name is Jessica Wise, and I just loved her energy. I loved like the way she was, and I think it was a post that she made, I think it was like $35,000 in a month. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing?" And
Right.
then I think the next one was that she made like 150,000 in 3 months, and it's all through this online business. So I reached out to her, and I already knew what it was. So I was like, because from the other girls, so I was like, "Hey, are you doing the water thing?" She's like, how do you know the water thing? Because she doesn't talk about her business online. I don't really talk about my business online. But what we do is we essentially sell life-changing water through an ionizer. We have an ionizer that hooks up to your shower. We have an ionizer that hooks up to your faucet. And we have a couple of other products too. But the water I was looking into a lot more for the health benefits. I have a young bonus daughter whose mother unfortunately passed away from breast cancer. So we do a lot of things to try to protect her from maybe developing that genetic
Right,
thing in the future. So we
right,
found when I was doing my research, I found out a lot of the things that bring out like the baraka gene is what it's called. Is the processed meats we eat from the grocery store, the lunch meats we eat, and the water we drink, because the water we drink is so contaminated. Whether you drink it from a well, whether you drink it from a faucet, whether you drink it from a water bottle, it is contaminated. Like,
Unfortunately.
yeah, it is. And
Mhm.
so, so what I've been doing a lot of like research is, my favorite guy to watch recently, if you want to know everything about our water, it's called Kangen water. Is he's called the Kangen water guy. And
Canyon is in Canyon.
yeah, so it's Kangen, Kangen water.
Okay,
It
got
means
it.
return to origin. So what you do is when you drink it, you're returning your body to more of a homeostasis. Like inside our body, we're pretty acidic.
Right.
So like we want to try to be more level. So like the water we drink is like contaminated. So like if you like are a chemistry person, and I've been doing a lot of my research, so like about the positive and negatively charged ions and that kind of stuff. So like the water that we drink, we are negatively charged, and the water that's coming out of our faucet is more of a negatively charged too. So we're not getting that positive charge that we need to get return to
And you
homeostasis.
need both to
Yeah.
make it work.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
So the water machine that we set up is I drink 9.5 water consistently every day. Since I've been drinking it for about a year now. I have no longer have had like cystic acne breakouts to where like my face is finally clear. Like I get a little couples here and there when I'm like, it's that time of the month
Yeah.
and I'm going through that fun phase of the perimenopause. I had my first hot flash last week and I thought I was
Oh,
gonna die.
yes, I remember those.
Yeah, so do I. So do I.
That shit made me sick. I was like, this is awful. I don't know. You don't even want to
Yeah,
start.
want to
Start
strip
peeling
down
off layers.
instantly. Instantly, like, take it off.
The water is just like life changing. And then so like the machine produces two, four, six, seven different types of pH of waters. So like I made a reel of cleaning my oven with just simply our 11.5 water. I just sprayed it on my oven, let it sit for about 5 minutes. I didn't have to do a lot of scrubbing. I did like the 00 steel wool, just little circles, and it totally magically cleaned my oven. No chemicals,
Was
no
it a really
nothing.
dirty oven or was it a lightly cleaned up? Now we're all going to ask questions,
Yeah,
right?
no, I it was my I just moved into my boyfriend's house and it was his oven and I probably couldn't tell you the last time it was cleaned.
Okay.
Okay. That's
So,
that's
right.
good.
And
That
then well,
take it
and I
in.
won't lie, the year before that we had an incident like where we had mice and the mice hid dog food in our oven and we didn't find it until we were cooking chicken wings and then our whole house like filled up with smoke because it was cooking the dog food that they put in our oven.
Okay. Nice and warm in there.
Right.
Gas.
So it definitely needed to be cleaned. So it was so I used the 11.5 and it totally cleaned it. Like man like cleaned the whole like how the glass is so hard to clean. I didn't have to use glass cleaner, just 11.5 water. I soak my fruits and veggies in 11.5 water and it takes all the pesticides off of them, all of the nasty stuff that is on your fruits and vegetables so it makes you
Right.
healthy. I cook in this water now. I take my medicine in this water because you should be taking your medicine with like a 7.0 pH so it actually properly digests in your system. Like there's so many different reasons to get this water because it's producing hydrogen rich water for you to drink. And it's literally life changing. And then,
Right.
like I said, we also sell the shower machine because what you drink, your skin also absorbs. So then it helps like get rid of all those contaminants when you shower and everything like that. And so, but yeah, water.
Yeah, no. That's
Impressive.
awesome. So now obviously you're cleaning with it too.
Yep.
So and that's all you're using. Um, what is that? There's this one I see it on my reels sometimes. Is
Force
it
of
some
nature?
force of nature? Is it something similar to that?
I don't think I've ever heard of force of nature, to be honest
Oh,
with you.
okay. So yeah, you have
It, what
a
was it popular
machine.
during the COVID, right?
Yeah. Well, there's several people that use it. It is an all natural. You set like your bottle
Hmm.
onto a machine and it basically detoxifies it.
Okay.
And but you do put something inside of it. Are you looking it up, Shannon?
I am. It looks like, and I'm sure that these are not even comparable to what you're just.
Right. No, it's on a
But
whole
this is.
different
It looks
level.
like it's a lower end consumer product, um, and it looks like it somehow it deionizes the water without going into too much detail because we're not here to promote that
Yeah.
product.
No, 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 no.
But
So with our ionizer, so like what it actually does, it does has a filter in it, but it doesn't actually filtrate the water. What it does is it helps just get all those chemicals out of the water because it does come through your tap. And
right.
then what it does is the water passes through 5 titanium plates and it gives you the process to produce the good water in the process of osmosis. So what it does is you hit the button if you want the 9.5 water, and there's a spout that comes out the top and there's a spout that comes out the bottom. And then the spout that comes out the top produces the good water. The spout that comes out the bottom produces the highly acidic water. Let me tell you about that highly acidic water. That stuff is amazing. You can use it like in your laundry detergent. It can replace bleach, all sorts of things. Like my dog, like he had this growth underneath his toe, because he lost his toenail. So I took him to the vet, and they're like, "Okay, well, I want you to do a bleach blanch on his foot." I'm like, what is that? That sounds awful." And they're
Yeah.
Right.
like, I want you to put a quarter cup of bleach with some warm water and soak his foot in it for 20 minutes. I'm like, I I wouldn't even want to do that. Like that
Right.
sounds
No.
terrible.
Yeah.
So what I did instead is I went to my ionizer and I grabbed 2.5 acidic water and I sprayed it on his growth for the next 2 weeks every other day, and it ended up turning the growth black and it fell off.
Oh my gosh.
So now you're gonna go ahead and go tell the veterinarian that they need this, right?
And I didn't have to
Yeah.
pay for an $800 surgery. So it's a win at
Yes.
that point.
Oh, right on. That I knew it. That's
Right.
great.
So, but
Wow.
like this business is just like life changing in so many ways because it doesn't only change your health, it can change your wealth too. So,
That's awesome. Yeah, I see a little pep in your step. Yeah.
It's great. It's a great form of marketing. Like
yeah,
it's an indirect. I mean, because I've watched you, right? So I'm like, what is going on? What's going? And I've reached out to you a couple of times. I'm like, what are you doing? What's going on? So it really is, and it makes me more curious about the marketing element that could be beneficial for cleaning businesses as well. So you're coming out and I mean, you're explosively excited about whatever it is that you're excited about because we were like, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, and then so it causes people to reach out, and that's the whole thing, right?
right. It's called attraction marketing, the law of attraction.
Right.
Yes. Oh, I
I love
love
it. I
that.
was just
The
like,
secret.
Right. And I don't have to go scrubbing toilets and I don't have to like find employees, and I work
No.
on my time and my schedule. I can work anywhere in the world. Like
right,
I'm not tied down to anything. I can say yes more to my kids, and like I had bosses and that like like I'm a workaholic. Like I really love to work. Like I was a bartender, and one of my customers one time said I should start a podcast on work ethic because I just like
Hey, what's going on, Shannon? My name's Mike. This is my brother Steve, and we own S&M Cleaning Solutions. And we just want to tell you thank you from the bottom of our hearts The 30-day sprint was amazing, and you really helped out our company a lot. Thank you.
Work all the time, but like, and so doing like this, like fitting it into the nooks and crannies of my day on top of doing like the cleanings I'm doing is just exponentially just growing not only my bank account, but growing like my confidence, my mindset, my like growth, like everything. Like the I
Absolutely.
can't
Yeah, you're super well versed in it.
right.
I would almost do you attend maybe like networking events? That would be, I think this would be a great networking event, especially at some place like the ISSA show.
Yeah. I mean, I
Just
definitely would. I'm going to our convention in San Diego in June, and I'm hoping to get into our biggest rank by then, which is 6A. Because like with this business, you what's nice about this business too is like in the low ticket network marketing, like Melaleuca. Melaleuca I used for my cleaning business. I have a lot of clients who love it, so like I will use it, but I'll use the water to mix with it because it comes concentrated. So I'll use my ionized water to mix it before I take it out to my clients. So I'm not using like tap water. And a lot of my clients have like reverse osmosis systems, so I'll try to use that water instead of the tap water too if I have to like remix my products or anything like that. Because you know, like the tap water just like calcifies a lot of things when you like spray it or like do anything like that. So having the ionized water just helps like decalcify those things for like in between and everything like that. So, but
that,
like having like all of these options with the Melaleuca is like you always had to work up and then the
mhm.
next month you started back over. With this business, we're always working up. Like we're never de-ranking. So like I just hit a new stage where I'm earning 4 times commission. So like instead of earning like I think it's like $750 US per sale, I'm earning up to like 4 grand per sale now.
Wow.
So right. So like it's
Oh,
it
that'll light a fire under you, huh?
right. That is end up putting on anybody. So like you invest into this business and it only takes 5 people. You find 5 people and you have your ROI back to invest in it just like you did. So it's like it's amazing the structure that they have. The company's been around for 50 years, so it's a good company, great company. So they have longevity and they're in it for people's health. Like we have so many products that's centered around health. Like we just launched like this amazing thing that mine hasn't come in yet, but it's like a device that's this big. It's called an M Guard. And you put it in your house and it neutralizes all of like the radioactive waste that you're getting from your cell phones, that you're getting
Right.
from your
Oh,
computers, that's causing us to get like headaches and
yes.
migraines and all that kind of stuff. So like there's so many different things that we have to just benefit the health of your family in general. And
Mhm.
it just it's explosive. So
Yeah. Well, I
So,
see that
so what
you're
are the
excited
names?
about it. And I love that. I don't get anything, and especially whenever it comes to cleaning, I say it almost on every podcast. I'm a geek over this stuff, and I love hearing about that, and I love the excitement out of your voice of this product. What is the product called?
it's actually called a K8 ionizer. I work for a company called Enagic. So then we have the K8 ionizer. We also have some other kind of ionizers. We have like a lesser one and then a more one. And then we also have the shower ionizer. And then we have the M Guard and we have something called Ukon. Or sorry, Ukun. I just did a training on it. So
Yeah.
and that has been I love the soap. The soap has definitely changed my life. Like I that's all I wash my face in. And that my beauty water from the ionizer. And so like just doing those little things has just changed my health, changed my confidence, and yeah, everything's just going really well.
Love it. So what other cleaning, because we all want to know about the cleaning stuff. What other cleaning things have you tested it on and what kind of results have you seen?
So tested in my showers.
Okay.
Like, I haven't had to use any chemicals on showers. I just use the 11.5 degreaser, or I'll use like the 7.0 clean water. I just spray it on, let it sit, and scrub away just like I normally do. But again, it's just not anything. I put it in my like laundry. It's helped whiten my whites, and I haven't had to use any bleach. Let's see. Like I said, cleaning my fruits and veggies has been the best thing ever. Like, I haven't had
Yeah.
to use like any vinegar or baking soda to like get all of that stuff off. It's just been the 11.5 water. Let me think. I use it for like almost everything. I don't use it on antiques because obviously you can't use water on antiques or anything like that. But I use it to do um I use it to do windows, I use it to do mirrors, I pretty much use it to do everything. Like, if I can pull up the document. Like I said, the water has 68 different uses in general for it, but like it's crazy what it can do. I bathe my dogs in the Anespa. It helps clean them a lot, and then I clean the shower.
Right.
So
Right.
And
is
yeah,
there a way for you to gauge it automatic you I know you said it's really user friendly and you just push the
mhm,
button, it gives you the prescribed pH level that you're looking for.
yep,
How are they verifying it's reached that pH? Do you put a test strip in it? How is
yep.
that working?
So what you do is when you hook up your ionizer, you can adjust the pH level to make sure that you're getting the proper pH. So what I usually do is I'll test each setting to make sure that they're at the proper pHs when I'm hooking up, or I'll adjust the pH. So like if I want my 9.5 water to drink for the day, I'll hit my 9.5 and then it'll like flash at me 3 times to let me know. And when it's done flashing, then I can know it's safe to drink that water from my ionizer.
Interesting. So
Mhm.
it's just such an interesting concept that something it should be readily available for like everybody, especially in countries that are third world that don't have running water all the time. They're getting well water that's, maybe filtered, maybe not filtered.
Right.
Hey.
So, like, with it, I don't know, you guys are podcast people. So, if you ever want to listen to someone who's been amazing in this business,
Mhm.
he just went 6A that 2-7 or -8. I can't remember, but it's like really, really, really high up in there. His name's Balaj Medicardo. He runs the Diamond Life Mentor podcast, and he is amazing at explaining everything about anything. And he is started a movement called the Global Prosperity Movement, because not only does this water change your life in the cleaning, it changes your life in the way you drink, the way you bathe, the way you do everything. He wants to start a movement to where we're cutting down on plastic waste.
Right.
So because this ionizer
Right.
is a one-time upfront cost, and people don't realize how much they are actually spending on water bottles a year. Like, you're probably spending 2,500 to $5,000 a year on cases of water bottle for your homes to drink. And then that plastic just goes into the oceans and it's wasteful. And so when you get this water from this ionizer, you have your cup that you use every day. You're not being wasteful, you're not throwing away, and you're not drinking the microplastics that you're
Right.
getting in the water,
Yeah. No, that's true. The
right?
microplastics. I know.
So for the one upfront cost compared to what you're spending over time, you actually save money. And why not save money on a product that's going to last you over 20 years because it has a 20-year warranty on it, you know?
Oh, it's
So,
I have a
Right.
friend who, you guys might have heard me mention. His name is Charles. He lives in Uganda. He's actually a carpet cleaner. He built the school.
Yeah.
And the other day I caught a picture on my Facebook feed, and they've finished the school, but somehow or another they're adding on a section of the roof. I'm like, I thought you had the roof. I thought this was a done project. I guess they're adding more to it, but in any case, he said that they still are getting the water from the wells and that you can see that, and it looked like the containers of the water weren't crystal clear. Like we're spoiled as Americans. Right?
Right.
The
Yeah.
water's clear, it tastes great. We don't have, but he was like, yeah,
He
that's
doesn't.
what it comes out of the ground. I'm like,
Right.
that's what you guys are drinking? He goes, yeah, all the time. I'm like, oh my
So
gosh.
where is he located? Because like so the Enagic is a Japanese based company, and we have so many different locations all around the world. So
Right.
like they can get it, maybe.
I don't know if it's his moniker is Saves Starving Societies in Africa. So he's a non-for-profit. I don't know if
Mhm,
they could afford something like that, but he is
mhm.
in Uganda. So I'll send you his information and you can reach out to him. And
Yeah.
it's interesting to learn his story. He's fundraised this whole project by himself. Like he
Oh
literally
wow.
fundraised for the land, and he didn't have equipment to clear the land. He used
Mhm,
ox.
mhm.
And then
That's
he
so,
built the school section by section by section.
Right.
So,
so
so
awesome.
it is. And
That's
that's
such
just
a
one person.
inspirational.
If we had hundreds of those, can you imagine what the world would be like? I mean, I'm like, he just is like,
Just
yeah,
love
the
it.
only reason why
Yeah.
I do
Like
him.
it's nothing like, well, because that's that's normal there. You
Right.
know,
Right.
they don't know any different. They don't know heavy equipment operating and earth moving things. They know
Right.
oxes.
Right.
You know?
It's like
Yeah.
I had to get it clean. So this is what I had.
Right.
This is what we used.
Right. So like even when I went to Bali, like our girl that hosted it made sure we had our system there so we could have the best drinking water, because you don't want to drink the water in Bali. Like
Oh, good
Yeah,
to know.
that's something traveling in general. I've
yeah.
always heard that.
So with our water too, you can travel with it. Like it actually, you can get a certificate and you can get it. We traveled with our water. Like my mentor brought like a whole big jug with her on the plane that they let her bring. And she had her water the whole trip, and I was mad because I didn't have the water, and I could definitely taste the difference wherever I go. I was like, I just want my 9.5 water. Like I like, and since I've started drinking that, I don't crave sugars. I have not had a Coca-Cola in 2 years.
Wow.
Um, I don't drink a lot of sodas anymore. I'm not really, it's just strictly water now. Like the way this water helps you, like it just tastes so clean and crisp
I'm
and you just
sure
want to drink.
it also sends something up to your brain and
Yeah,
really changes the whole chemistry of your brain, you
it's
know?
helped
I
me
mean,
get rid
because
of my
that's
brain
what
fog.
water makes us function, you know? You die first before if you don't have the proper water, you
Right.
know? So
We're 70% water.
yeah.
Right.
So so
It's just
interesting. I just that's an interesting concept. I wish people knew more about this. I
Well,
wish
that's why we
like
started the
I'm here.
movement.
Well, here I am.
Right. And
Yeah.
like, and so like with me investing into it, I was like, this is like a win-win, because it not only did I start like my own online business, it also helps me in my cleaning business. So like it was like a win-win situation, because yeah, I invested into this business, but that whole investment's a write-off, you know?
right.
Yeah, exactly.
And so now I have two running businesses. So I have multiple streams of income, and that's just the way to do things. I'm telling you, it
Oh,
is.
that's
And
I feel so good. Financial freedom is such a great thing. And it all started from cleaning,
yeah,
right?
it
It
did.
all started from cleaning and you can definitely get there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's awesome. I love this story.
So
Good
what are your
one.
plans for the cleaning industry? Are you gonna eventually, are you gonna hire out contractors? What are you planning on doing for 2025?
I'm still trying to find contractors, but I don't know if it's my area or what it is, but it like I said, it's really hard to find anybody who wants to work. So like I really try, like I have a couple friends that I contract when I like need to, that come and help me, that I can trust and I rely on and stuff like that. So I do that, but like Honestly, I'm probably gonna just have my couple clients that I have and keep my business, my cleaning business, like running, and maybe build it if I get there, if I find someone. Um because the online business is taken off, and I have more time freedom or more luxury with that. Like today I was able to pet sit instead of cleaning houses. I've
And do
set
a podcast.
yeah, do a
Woo!
podcast. So
Yeah.
it's just like opened up so many more doors for me. And like my kids are in the high school now, and my son especially is so busy. Right now we are in the end tail of basketball season. We're also doing travel baseball season, and then he starts high school baseball season, and then I think we're throwing track meets in there, and then
Gosh.
Yeah,
so
we're getting ready to. I'm gonna say I have an only child. He's only 10, but boy, man, whenever it's those seasons, it's go time.
right,
And
and I'm the team photographer wherever I go, so, like, I have to be early, and they get out of school at 2:20, and there's no job or, like, that I can have that really lets me have that kind of freedom.
Right.
So, I'm gonna just have my couple cleans that with my clients that I love, and I'm gonna just keep working the online thing because I can still do the cleaning thing, make my cleaning videos and, like, advertise that way, and then maybe if I end up building it in the next 5 years, I might sell it to someone because, like I said, my goal is I'm traveling. I'm gonna be a gypsy. This girl's
yes,
out.
I've been there as a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was there as a kid. My parents were really big hippies. My mom was more so than my dad, but
yeah.
yeah, we did the whole. I was just talking about this not too long ago.
Right. In the prior episode.
The prior episode. We did the bus, the whole 9 yards. And traveled all over the US, and my mom was a rainbow child. So yeah, yeah,
Yep. I
awesome.
just wanna travel and ride my dirt bike. So
Yes,
Life
yes.
is, especially now, I think that having more satisfaction in your life, we're like, all three of us, we work a lot. I mean, I can't tell you the crazy hours I've worked for other people. I think we're at a point in the universe that having life satisfaction and doing the things that you want to do and getting something in return instead of always, sucking it up for the cause. I don't think those times are there anymore. I think we're pivoting as a universe into this direction where we should get some satisfaction and some ROI. Like Jamie, you had mentioned to me the other day that you're going to go to this conference, right? Or concert. I can't remember what it was.
Oh yes, yeah, in
Right?
the midst of all of this, I and
Yes.
all the chaos, I got us concert tickets, and I'm taking my son to his first like rock and roll concert.
Metallica!
And yeah, it's Metallica too. So, and I'm like, oh boy, let me hurry up and catch back up onto those times. And he's super pumped. But you're right. We need to enjoy the fruits of our labor. We
Right.
worked really hard to get where we're at. And it's like, when is, when's it our turn?
your turn is
I
now.
was also,
Right.
yeah, it's now.
Now.
It is.
Make it
It's now.
now.
And I'm making it now. I have too. But it's really great seeing your success because Shannon's been telling me about you, and I mean, I know we're Facebook friends and everything, but it's I love seeing people get really excited about
Me too.
something. I know. I really like that. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Yeah. Bali, huh?
Yeah, it was a trip of a lifetime. There was an earthquake while I was there. That was
Oh my
interesting.
gosh.
It didn't last very long, but we were like with the Canadians and the Americans, we were watching a GoPro video from when we went whitewater rafting, and a lot of us went under and into the water. We kind of capsized a couple times. And so we were watching, all of a sudden everything started shaking. And our friends from like New Zealand and Australia were like, get out, get out. And we're like, what? What's going
Yeah.
on? So, like, we didn't know what was going on. So like we had to like get out, but it only lasted just like a few seconds. But you heard like everything was like shaking. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, that was like a weird
We get them all
feeling.
the
The
time
ring
here.
of fire. It's like volcanoes.
Right. So, but my goal the next time I go to Bali and for the next retreat is I want to stay a little longer and I do want to go ride my dirt bike in the volcanoes. So that's my next
Very
goal is
cool.
to go there
Yeah,
again.
see,
Exciting.
you're super goal oriented.
I love
You
it.
Yeah.
got it. And it's manifesting itself. It's like really the secret. That is probably the best advice I could probably give anybody is read The Secret, how you manifest everything into your life.
How
Like
many
that.
times have you seen that DVD?
Several.
I'm talking hundreds. When that came
Several.
out,
I mean,
think I
oh,
got 3 copies and I've watched it hundreds of times. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it.
make sure you got it. Yeah.
It's so funny because it seems so long ago when it came out because it was like the newest thing. I was like, what?
Right? It's just so simple and makes so much sense. And it's like, gosh, I wish I could have wrote a book like that. Like
You
it's so
can. One day you're gonna write a
simple.
book.
It's so simple. Yeah.
Awesome. So, Cristal, do you have any questions for us?
I do not. Do you guys have any more questions for me?
I don't. I think that we'll probably put something, Shannon will probably put something down at the bottom for in the show notes or
You'll have to give me
something.
all your contact linked information, your website, all that stuff, so they can reach
Definitely.
out, get a hold of you. And then obviously a headshot. I probably didn't ask. I've trying to be better at remembering. I have a little checklist now. Like first
Yeah.
emails off, get the media release, get this done. So because eventually Jamie is going to take over and do some of this stuff too. It's
Yeah.
just crazy.
But I keep telling her, it's like, yeah, I'm here to help you. Give it to me.
Definitely.
Right.
We'll be taking a
Right.
break and she'll be doing that. But yeah, she'll put something down at the bottom in the show notes for everything with you.
Yeah, the only way they can go hold me is just social media, Facebook or Instagram. Just send me a message and we chat.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
Love
yeah,
it.
I just love
Well,
it.
thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate having you.
Yeah, thanks for having me anytime.
No
Yay.
problem. It was good to see you.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Take care.
Crystal. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.